Morning, everybody. It's Jane
And Mike.
from Earth Care Farm. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
We also learned today it's St. Gertrude's Day, the patron saint of cats and gardeners. So we were kind of excited about that patron saint as well.
That's an appropriate day for Jane.
Yeah.
She loves cats and gardens.
Yep. So anyway, we're here. It's late winter. Officially, spring starts next week, and there's still quite a few garden tasks we have to do before spring kicks off. It's a great way to catch up a little bit. So we're here at our asparagus patch. This patch is now 22 years old, and we keep thinking it's going to stop producing. So we actually started a new patch a couple years ago, but this one keeps cranking. So we're just going to keep on working with it. All we do this time of year is we cut off all the brown foliage. We wait until now. I see a lot of gardeners that in the fall cut this back, but I find that there's still so much wonderful sugar that the plant has produced with cooperation with the sun, and it just is a chance for all of that sugar to get stored in the roots, the wonderful carbohydrate. So I wait to the last second possible. These are going to be coming up really soon, and so this is a time to cut them back before the new shoots start coming up. So all I do is I take my loppers and I trim. I just go down this whole row and I cut off right at the base, and then I'm going to go back afterwards and rake them off. I've actually kind of gotten in the habit of just raking them right into the pathways. They serve as a nice mulch. Some people don't like that. They can kind of trip up some people and look a little messy, but I feel like it's just adding more carbon back into our pathways and keeping those weeds down. I've cleared out this patch already. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean, but I'm just gonna rake this side. Because we don't till, we don't really have much problem with annual weeds here, which is such a blessing. But we do have a little bit of pressure from perennial weeds now and again, and it's a great time to get ahead with those. This is perennial henbit. It's in the mint family. It's a sign that you have a fertile soil, but I don't want it to be taking over the garden bed, so it's a good time to catch up with it right now. All right. Basically, I'm gonna go through this whole thing. We can show you a bed that's completed in a little bit, but it's a fun project this time of year. Fun to just work your body after having a more sedentary winter. Here we are in our new asparagus bed, which has already been cut back. In between our rows, we planted perennial clover. And we measured it with the width of our mower. So it's easy for us to maintain these beds. Just one pass with the mower and then clip the asparagus this time of year. Ready to have some beautiful asparagus.
And perennials are wonderful plants, especially as you get older. You still have to nourish them. I read recently that it takes someone to eat 9 oranges to get the equivalent of 1 orange 100 years ago. In nourishment we're talking about, and the life force in the orange. And that's due to our degradation of soils. So perennials are wonderful, but it's still good to respect and treat them with good soil, good top dressings of compost occasionally. And then eventually at a different level, they show you that life is circular, perennials, kind of like what came first, the chicken or the egg. Sometimes we get so busy with our annuals that you lose sight of that, but the perennials show you that life is circular.
The second task we're gonna do this late winter is cut back our raspberry canes. There's lots of different methods for doing this. These are fall blooming raspberries, and I find the easiest thing to do is just to cut them all the way down at the bottom. Then I have fresh stalks that will bloom and fruit in the fall. You can selectively prune if you want and get a little bit in the summer as well, but I find I just get a more robust one-time harvest in the fall if I cut them all to the ground, and it's just an easier process for me. This time of year, it's nice and quick. And my goats actually love these raspberry canes, so I'll collect them and feed them to them when they're done. All right, the third task for late winter is we check up on our garlic that's coming up. It looks like we have 100% germination in this field. There's not much we do. We leave the straw on it. I know some people remove that, but our garlic seems to have no problem pushing through the straw mulch. And this is a good time to monitor for weeds. Again, we've got a little bit of this perennial henbit creeping in, but besides that, really not much in this field, sometimes an occasional dandelion or something, but this is the perfect time to get ahead of it. So we're pretty excited. Lots of little green shoots coming up. It's gonna be a good garlic year, hopefully.
They've all been good garlic years here.
Thanks for joining us as we prep for spring. We're hoping to get a good jump on it so we don't get too overwhelmed come April, May.
Another perennial coming up, rhubarb coming up.
Yep, we gotta keep that weeded. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.